Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day. And there's still a lot of news that I need to get through, but I won't be able to get through it all today. I apologize. But this is where all the disturbing stuff is taking place, and this is disturbing in every facet of our country, where we are witnessing, honestly, rioters, anti-Americanists, all this stuff in our country. And there is a specific video that I want you guys to watch at the very end of this video, because you people need to start understanding on what these Palestinian people are, what they're doing, what these students are doing, because these people are pure evil. These are nothing great of anti-American evil people that need to be arrested because they are committing actual crimes. This is not due to speech or what have you. This is just due to your literal crimes. And what we have here is this. This is the Columbia University, and it has been taken over by insane, radical rioters and pro-Palestinian people. These people are not on your side. Let this be clear. Your family are not safe in this particular area. Not at all. It says, fear as Columbia University protesters stage insurrection-like takeover of Hammington Hall after ignoring deadline to leave encampment, but will they be arrested? That's entirely to these Columbia people. A group of anti-Israel protesters at Columbia University have seized the historic Hammington Hall, smashing windows, unfurling a Intifada banner, and are refusing to leave, with their actions being compared to the January 6th insurrection. Protesters stormed and occupied the building on the main campus of the Manhattan University after smashing their way into the school. The occupation came nearly 12 hours after the deadline of 2 p.m. on Monday for protesters to leave the protest encampment or face suspension. Due to take over, the school issued a stay-away notice for members of staff, telling them to avoid the Morningside campus on Tuesday. Well, maybe perhaps you guys are also the ones that need to be arrested as well, but I digress. We're going to go over here, and we're just going to look at all of this that's going on. Look at this. It is a complete takeover. This by the way, guys, I want you to know, the police did not do anything to defend anybody else that was here, by the way. This is what happens when a group of people can form against the government. Just to let you know, these group of people managed to take over one university with very, very little ease, with very little backfire. Do you think the rest of the Americans cannot go against their government if people like this can go and do this? They had no weapons. Imagine if Americans had weapons. Imagine. The government couldn't do everything. And that's just the reality of it. Look at this. And I'm going to show you exactly on what's going on here. This is beyond anti-Semitism and all that stuff, right? This is just insanity. We have this from Andy No here, saying the far leftist extremists who have violently occupied Columbia University for Gaza say the university should provide food and water or allow it to be brought into the building they attacked and sieged. No, it wasn't just attack and siege. It was taken over, but I guess the same thing as well. When I always think of sieged, I think of them going they're at the gates. They're right at the premises, and they're trying to siege and get in to take it over. This building was taken over, guys.
Why should the university be obligated to provide food to people who've taken over a building?
Well, first of all, we're saying that they're obligated to provide food to students who pay for a meal plan here.
But you mentioned that there was a request that food and water be brought in, unless I misunderstood.
To allow it to be brought in. I mean, well, I guess it's ultimately a question of what kind of community and obligation Columbia feels it has to its students.
At this point, you guys are not students. You guys are trespassers. You guys are rioters. You guys are criminals. You don't have this student pass anymore. That gets thrown out the window as soon as you start rioting, hurting, attacking, sieging, and taking over places. You don't have that right anymore.
Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill, even if they disagree with you?
Yes, because again, you caused this yourself. You did this to self. Nobody told you guys to go out there and take over a building and then demand it. That's like saying, oh, I take over somebody's house, I demand food, otherwise more repercussions. No, that's insanity thinking. You're a lunatic.
If the answer is no, then you should allow basic, I mean, it's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
But they did put themselves in that very deliberately, in that situation and in that position. So it seems like you're sort of saying, we want to be revolutionaries, we want to take over this building, now would you please bring us food and water? And
nobody's asking them to bring anything. We're asking them to not violently stop us from bringing in basic humanitarian aid.
Yeah, no, you don't get anything. You deserve arrested and, I don't know, 20 years in jail. Let it be harsh. Because, yes, shut off the lights and water. Don't do everything that will hurt these people. That's not obviously, you know, to go shoot them or whatever, what have you. But these people need to feel pain. They need to feel suffering. They do not need aid. You took over a building, you lunatic. So we have more from this as well. We have Andy No going on to say, the university, as far as the far left extremists seek to expand their Gaza encampment, they smash their way into Hammington Hall to occupy the building. So guys, does this look like you need military aid? Does this look like you deserve anything when you're smashing and entering a building? That's what you're doing. You're smashing and entering. We will not stop. We will not rest this close. We will not stop. We will not rest this close. We will not stop. We will not rest this close. We will not stop. We will not rest this close. So there's that's going on. More from Andy No, by the way. Dozens of extremists were arrested at Arizona State on April 27th at the illegal encampment of Gaza. Administrators say most were not students nor faculty. Ian Sherwood, Hadi Aziz, Belgian Britain, and Fahim Saadi. Yeah, these are all the photos of these people. And, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. These people are lunatics. These people are bloody lunatics. They're all unhinged. And we have more from Kosher saying, breaking, Columbia University anti-Semitic students occupied and barricaded themselves into Hammington Hall. They are physically assaulting Jewish students. One student say, what are you doing? And is 100% an assault. Police.
Blockade. Ready? Circle blockade around these three. We're gonna move them out. Let's go. Another human chain. Get someone. Wrap around. Get inside. Red, back up. Back up by the center door. Red, back up by the center door. This isn't how you do that. Come on.
Yes, it is. It's 100% assault.
I got it on video.
Red back up, 100% assault. Sir, this is 100% assault.
Can you get them to chill out?
This is 100% assault.
Chill out. Anyone. It's just
Is someone recording this? Are you recording this?
I got it.
This is 100% assault. What is your name? What is your name?
All right, walk out.
What is your name?
Red team. Hey. Got behind us. Red team behind us. You physically assaulting him? Red team, we got it. Link up with them. Watch out. Be safe. We're slow. Oh, sorry, you okay? Whole life. So you're hurting people.
Go easy.
Are you okay? I'm so sorry. All right, guys, understand the severity. Okay, guys, circle up.
That's what's happening. It's very low-level assault, if you want to say it, but it's still. This is what's happening in these universities. We have this again from OSINT Defender. Pro-Hamas rioters have now broken into the Hammington Hall building on the Columbia University campus in New York City and have begun to reinforce and barricade the entrances as well as exits to the building using classroom furniture and police barricades or barriers. My apologies. So that's what they're doing here, and they're doing stuff here. So that's what's going on here. And we have this from Christopher F. Rufo. Perfect statement from University of Florida on arresting protesters. UF is not a daycare, and we do not treat protesters like children. They knew the rules, they broke the rules, and they'll face the consequences. This is the Florida way. Yeah, exactly. Dear media partners, in response to the arrest of May of protesters this evening at the University of Florida campus, below is a statement that is attributable to U.S. spokesperson Steve Orlando. This is not complicated. The University of Florida is not a daycare, and we do not treat protesters like children. They know the rules, they broke the rules, and they'll face the consequences. For many days, we have patiently told protesters, many of whom are outside agitators, that they were able to exercise their right to free speech and free assembly. We also told them that clearly prohibited activities would result in a trespassing order from UPD, barring them from all university properties for 3 years, and an interim suspension from the university. For days, UPD patiently, consistently reiterated the rules. Today, individuals who refused to comply were arrested after UPD gave multiple warnings and multiple opportunities to comply. Exactly. And this is the final one I want you guys to hear. This is only going to be a minute and 30, but this is one of the guys I was talking about that was locked out of one of the universities, knowing like this guy was Jewish and stuff like that, with his card. They denied his card and everything. And this is from Tommy Robinson, and he goes on to say, Jewish professor gives heartfelt speech following multiple American universities being overwhelmed with violent mobs attacking Jews over the Israel-Palestinian conflict.
Every parent in America who sends their kids to NYU, to Harvard, to Stanford, to Berkeley. And I want you to know one thing. We cannot protect your child against pro-terror student organizations because the president of Harvard University, because the president of Stanford, because the president of Berkeley, they will not speak out against pro-terror student organizations. My name is Shai Davidai. I am a professor at Columbia Business School. I am Israeli. But before all of that, I am a dad. I have 2 beautiful children. And I'm talking to you, I'm speaking to you as a dad. Last Saturday, 14 U.S. citizens were kidnapped into Gaza with 200 other Israeli, French, German, and other nationalities. And none of the presidents of universities all around the country are willing to take a stand. This is what cowards do. And I'll name it now. President Minouche Shafik of Columbia University, you are a coward. Because if President Biden can come up and say, no, this is unacceptable, this is inhumane.
There's no justification for terrorism. There's no excuse.
And if Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, is able to say, this is not okay.
This was something that shows Hamas must be disbanded and destroyed immediately.
And I can't believe we do this, but I actually agree with Eric Adams and Joe Biden here. Okay. Yeah, I know. Shocking. But I agree that these people needed to be dismantled. They need to be destroyed immediately because they are not being nice to our own American people, by the way. They have kidnapped children, girls for that matter, by the way, mostly girls, and just think what they're going to do to those girls, by the way. Just imagine it. So, what we need to do is kick out these people. Arrest these people. Because I am sick and tired of it. This is not a freedom of speech type deal, guys. This is not where they're speaking or protesting. No, they are committing acts of violence. They are rioting. They are attacking people. Okay? They are attacking people. In our country. It's time we make a stand and arrest every last one of these students and put 10 years onto them. And then I want video of showing them crying as they have those 10 years put on their lives for committing atrocities in our country. I'm sorry. I will not stand for people getting hurt, for sieging and stuff like that in our country. Despite the fact that these universities are propping up very far left and violent rhetoric people, we cannot have these people running amok in our country committing violence as they are. Now, if they want to go and protest and do things on public property or whatever, and not inhibiting people, fine. You have the right to speak about your insane and stupid viewpoints. Go ahead. That's freedom. That's the First Amendment. But once you start breaking into places, destroying places, and hurting people, you no longer have that right. You do not have the right for food. You do not have the right for anything because you have committed acts of violence against people. You have committed crimes. And once you commit crimes, you don't have this luxurious blanket of being defended anymore. No. These people are sick. These people are unhinged. They need to be taken out like the trash that they are. They need to be put in prison. Plain as full stop. That's the reality that we're in. These people don't care about you. They don't care about your kids. They don't care about your family. They don't care about anything. They're privileged, rich kids that have never been slapped across the face or had any struggles in their life whatsoever. And it's time for them to face repercussions and accountability. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care my friends.